General, is the theocracy in Iran an enemy of the American people and all people who refuse to adopt the theocracy's radical version of Islam?
Well, Senator, I'm not a scholar in that regard, but I would say that Iran presents a clear and present danger to all those who do not bend to
Well, do you think they're our friend?
They are not our friend.
And how long have they not been our friend and the world's friend?
For many decades, sir.
How many innocent people has the theocracy in Iran killed because they refuse to adopt the theocracy's radical version of Islam?
I don't have a number, but it's in the thousands.
Tens of thousands, right?
I would think so, yes, sir.
Hundreds of thousands, right?
Again, I don't have the exact number, but I would not be surprised if it were.
If the theocracy in Iran developed a nuclear weapon, would they be more or less dangerous?
No, they would be far more dangerous, Senator. There's a saying, if your neighbor says he's going to kill you, you should believe him.
Can we agree that the president's decision to destroy the Iranian theocracy's nuclear weapon capabilities made the world safer?
I would say it did.
What's impetuous mean?
Well, sir, impetuous means, again, I'm a poli-sci major from the Texas State School. Impetuous means flippant.
Yeah, without thought, without care.
Yes, sir.
You're not a politician, are you?
No, sir, I am not.
Okay. One of my friends on the committee said that America's decision to destroy the Iranian theocracy's ability to make a nuclear bomb was impetuous. Do you think that's an accurate description in light of the theocracy's years of hatred and bloodshed?
Well, Senator, I would say it is a good thing that Iran does not have a nuclear weapon.
Yeah, I would too. I don't understand why we can't agree on that. I don't. Let me talk about shipbuilding in a few minutes I have. Mr. Secretary, for the last 2 decades, well, let me ask the Admiral. He's not a politician either. Admiral, in the last 2 decades, we've doubled the amount of money we have given the Navy to build ships. We've actually had fewer ships today because we've retired more than we've built. Tell me why in 30 seconds.
Well, the simple answer, sir, is we were building 4 or 5 DDGs a year in the mid-'90s, and we're building 2 a year now. So
why?
That's the
We've
simple
given
math.
you more money.
Well, they cost more money, sir.
How much money do you need to catch up to China?
I'll have to get back to you on the specific answer. I think I'd be satisfied in the meantime to just build at the rate we're supposed to and not be behind.
Mm-hmm. How far behind are we?
We're behind in every ship class to different rates,
Okay.
but at least years.
We can't catch up without our private sector shipyards, can we?
We cannot.
Okay. Both Tier 1 and Tier 2 shipyards, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We've got to do better, Admiral. This isn't acceptable. In the last few seconds I have, I want to make a comment about the money and the way we're going to get it to you. Nothing would please me more. I would do old man backflips to see the United States Congress put together a budget supporting our military that looks like somebody designed the damn thing on purpose. Last year, this committee worked very hard. We put together 12 bipartisan bills. A lot of us had to swallow things we didn't want to swallow. but we wanted to get it to the floor. And Senator Schumer refused to even put the bill on the floor. Now, what makes anyone with an IQ above their weight or their age think that now that he is in the minority, Senator Schumer is going to cooperate with us to get a budget on the floor? What I'm trying to tell you is, back here on planet Earth, you're going to have to make do with what the money we get you on reconciliation. We're headed toward a series of CRs. I hope I'm wrong. But again, I live on planet Earth. We can do more than one reconciliation bill, but you and your colleagues need to start planning for that eventuality. Maybe it'll change. Maybe someday donkeys will fly backwards too. But for the foreseeable future, I don't see it. That's regrettable, but it's reality. We need to plan for it. Just like we had to plan for the reality of Iran having a nuclear weapon. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
During a tense Senate Armed Services Committee hearing, lawmakers pressed top military officials on threats posed by Iran, America's naval readiness, and ongoing gridlock in Congress. The exchange began with pointed questions about Iran's ruling theocracy. One senator asked directly whether Iran's government is an enemy of the United States and of all people who refuse to adopt its radical version of Islam. The general, while noting he was not a scholar, affirmed that Iran poses a clear and present danger and has never been a friend to the U.S. Not for decades. The senator went further, questioning how many people Iran's regime has killed for refusing to follow its ideology. The general estimated the number in the thousands, possibly tens or even hundreds of thousands. He also warned that Iran possessing a nuclear weapon would make the world far more dangerous. The senator then argued that the U.S. decision to eliminate Tehran's nuclear weapon capabilities made the world safer to a point the general agreed with. After a brief exchange defining the word impetuous, the focus shifted to America's Navy and shipbuilding capacity. An admiral testified that although Navy funding has doubled over the last 2 decades, the fleet has actually gotten smaller because the U.S. now builds fewer ships per year than it retires. Ships also cost far more than in past decades. He added that the U.S. is behind China in every ship class, sometimes by years, and that catching up is impossible without major help from private sector shipyards. In closing, the senator blasted congressional dysfunction. He criticized last year's failure to bring bipartisan spending bills to the floor and argued that, with new political dynamics in the Senate, expecting smooth cooperation now is unrealistic. He predicted a future filled with continuing resolutions and urged military leaders to prepare for limited, irregular funding. The hearing ended with the senator warning that Congress must confront fiscal and geopolitical realities and that hoping for political miracles is about as likely as donkeys flying backwards.